When my father said, "You effing cunt, I am going to effing murder you. You effing cunt, I will effing cripple you," and all sorts of other threats like that. When he hit me endlessly with a pair of multi-grips. When he hit me so hard that my entire body went into shock. I didn't realize what it was. It felt like all my bones had turned to ice. There was a great weakness that went through my body every time he would hit me with something very hard. I didn't realize at the time it was my body going into shock. Likewise, as soon as he got angry, a great weakness went through my body. Sometimes as he was smashing me with a lump of wood or whatever the hell he was hitting me with, I would see the spines of the books on a nearby bookshelf. And many of these books were hardcover. They had a very simple drawing on the spine. Maybe a simple drawing of a palm tree and a few ripples of water, perhaps a cloud. Or there might be a very simple drawing, just a few strokes of a pen, of a mountaintop sticking out through clouds, or of a deep jungle, or of a tropical beach, perhaps an aeroplane flying above an ocean. Very simple drawings that the artist would have done in 30 seconds or so. Yet as my father threatened death endlessly, as he threatened to blind me and turn me into a quadriplegic and kill me and all the usual threats, I would see these images on the spines of these books. It was all that I could see. Sometimes these simple pictures were drawn in a few strokes of gold ink, or sometimes a few strokes of black ink, and I dreamed of these places. I dreamed of tropical atolls as I was lying in my bed at night, and my entire body felt like it was on fire. When you are being hit all over your body, when you are covered in welts, when you are lying on your bed and all of your welts are stinging, and you have to be very careful not to move, because every little move you make brings your welts and your scars and your bruises into contact with your bed sheets, which causes them to sting and burn. When you are lying in bed at night with your entire body burning from the welts, again and again and again, I would fantasize I was in a stratocruiser flying over a stormy ocean, or I would fantasize that I was in a Graf Zeppelin flying over great mountain ranges, or I would fantasize that I was in the bathysphere or the bathyscaphe, seeing sights that no human being had ever witnessed, peering through glass that was many inches thick, at unbelievable depths, in unbelievable water pressures, seeing strange and eerie giant squid, seeing all manner of glowing deep sea creatures. I would look at these pictures in my books and my encyclopedias in stunned disbelief. It was these wonders. It was the extraordinary life forms of the deep oceans. It was the unique and wonderful life forms of the distant deserts, the scorpions and the spiders and the snakes and the strange spiny lizards and the bizarre predatory birds that lived in these eerie and beautiful deserts. It was these wonders that I fantasized about and dreamed about as a child. I dreamed of crossing the Thar Desert and the Gobi Desert and the icy deserts of Greenland and the icy deserts of Antarctica. I dreamed of the mountainous waves of the Southern Ocean crashing against a boat. I dreamed of the smell of an iron ship and the salty sea air, and I dreamed of the sea endlessly beating against the side of a ship as I slowly fell into sleep. I dreamed of albatrosses and seabirds and winds so strong they blow your toupee off. It was the great wonders of this world, the extraordinary cave systems, the elegant blue grottos, the graceful petrels and albatrosses and mighty seabirds wheeling and soaring above the oceans. It was these distant and exotic and marvelous places that filled my mind with absolute wonder and joy in the midst of such agony and violence and threats of death.